My name is Ian. I'm the project manager here at
My name's Ian. I work with Artisan Contracting, who's the general contractor for the Ribbon project, owned by Eddie with Flux City. Kind of how I got started in construction was at a younger age. I took a large interest in just being part of building like large scale projects like skyscrapers when I was a kid, and I didn't know how to get into that. And my dad's an engineer, and he told me about architectural engineering. So I actually initially went to school, a college for architectural engineering. I had to travel out of state because there wasn't any 4-year programs for architectural engineering. I went to Kansas State University. About my second year into that program, I kind of realized that I didn't necessarily want to go down the architectural engineering role. It was much less hands-on than I wanted. It was also a more difficult program looking back at it. And I also had done an internship my first summer, and none of it just really appealed to me. And I learned about construction management through the college. Basically, construction management, what they do is they sit in between. If you're to picture the construction process like a tree, at the top of the tree is or a pyramid even. At the top of the pyramid is the owner. He decides that he wants to go and build a project. So the first thing he's going to do to make that a reality is usually he's going to reach out to an architect. That architect is going to do some renderings, and that architect is going to start getting engineers involved, whether it's civil, mechanical, structural, all of these engineers that have to kind of ensure that a particular scope of that building is being constructed up to specifications. At the point where everything on the blueprints are a reality, then you go and you hire someone who is a general contractor or a construction management firm. And that's where Artisan, my company, comes into play. So you give us the blueprints. What we do is we start bidding the project. Like, we tell the owner how much this is realistically going to cost and what the time frame is to build this project. The way we figure that out is we reach out to different subcontractors who specifically work on different scopes of the building, whether it's a plumber, whether it's a mechanic or electrician. We reach out to all of these different scopes, and we have them turn in bids for their specific scope of work. And we compile a number, and we compile a timeline and a schedule, and we give this to the owner, and we say, this is what it's going to cost, this is how long it's going to take us. And then at that point we move forward. So my day-to-day looks kind of, it looks a little different with a smaller company. I do a lot of different things. I help to estimate different projects that we're trying to win an award for, where we're trying to get that project awarded to us. Right now I'm managing day-to-day operations on the Ribbon, whether it's, ensuring things are being installed properly, scheduling different subcontractors to be on site on time so that we can meet our deadline with our schedule. And that's kind of what I do on a daily basis. I mean, there's more to it than just that, but that's kind of a general idea. So kind of going back to how I got into it. So I went to school for architectural engineering, switched my degree to construction management, and I took my time with the degree, so I didn't get it in 4 years like that. But what that did was it gave me the opportunity to do many more internships and spend more time in the real world of construction rather than just in the classroom. That helped me to gain a lot of knowledge as well, but basically the classroom and the field work combined helped me to gain all of the knowledge that I currently have. But I'm always learning. Like, I'm learning so much on this project alone. But that's kind of how I gained my cursory knowledge, which was again through college and through internships that I did. But yeah, I mean, As far as what I'd say to someone who wants to be in the construction world, I think you got to make a decision as to, do you want to be on the design side? Then you're probably leaning more towards the architect or engineer role. Those are much more heavy office jobs, so you're not going to see a lot of the day-to-day work that happens on the construction site. But if you want to be involved in the constructability of a project and be part of the day-to-day operations that it takes to build a project, then I would suggest the construction management. You know, essentially what you're doing is you're managing the project. Again, from the early stages of bidding the work to, you know, completion of boots on the ground and you know, actually putting, you know, the brick and the steel and the wood and the drywall, all those things together. You know, if you actually want to do the work, then go work for a trade. You know, go work for an electrician. They pay really well. Go work for a plumber. For me, I just didn't see myself. I've seen a lot of construction guys who get burned out very easily in their life. And so I leaned more towards the management side of things because it's kind of a happy medium of office work and you know, field work. So I liked that kind of mix up of the two worlds, and that's kind of why I went with the construction management side of things. And yeah, I'm very happy with where I'm at. I will say it was a great career choice for myself.